Christmas death predictions. With it being less than 2 months away, I still think the body is Max. I think it'll be someone big and someone unexpected. So it's Heather. Easily, it's Heather on that dead body on that floor. Heather Trott. Even though it's a man.
Had a sex change. Simple.
But yes, obviously it's another Reddit video where we're going to go through and talk about the r/Eastenders subreddit. They're going to go through their predictions and thoughts as to who it will be. So obviously I'm Ash, joined by Piggy.
Yep.
So let's get this fucking cracking.
Do you want to do you want us to just do a quick one as well?
Yes,
one?
obviously we'll be doing another Who Do We Think Dies at Christmas, probably in the same format as last time. That, like, pretty good hour-long, like, genuine talk of who it could be. I do want to pencil another one of those soon. But surface level, probably Dean.
Oh, Boris Johnson.
Any actual one?
No, I'm doing a jokey one because we're doing Reddit.
Okay.
So it's Boris Johnson.
Barry Evans OG says, it's never the obvious person. Who shot Phil? The obvious answer would be Steve Owen or Dan Sullivan. Instead, it was Lisa. Good point. Who killed Lucy? Nobody suspected Bobby Beale. Who's the dead body at Christmas? Obvious choices would be the real villains, Nish, Ravi, Theo, Dean, or that new guy at the boxing gym that causes trouble for Sharon next week. It will be none of them. Then it's a good chance it's somebody that nobody expects until the episode that it happens in airs. Interesting point. Very true. Most of the characters are red herrings. The one I watched most recently is the Hollyoaks, like, who was the gloved hand killer? Who was this, like, it was this doctor who was murdering, like, they murdered like 10 people. It was ridiculous. It's like, and in the build, they never even tipped to look at it being the actual person it was till the reveal. So, you know, they do love to throw in a good red herring in there. I'm not going to spoil it just in case people are worried. I feel tempted to do it now, but I'm not going to. I'm a nice boy. I'm rebranding as a nice guy today.
Just on that, I do agree that it's not the most obvious answer, but I think that this might sound very snarky and wanky, but I think previous writers would have just went, yeah, we're not going to do the most obvious, whereas Chris Clemson wants you to do the most obvious because, obviously, if you're online, the most obvious one is Dean Wicks.
Yes.
But if you're Gran, who doesn't have the internet, but is watching EastEnders, and she doesn't have the internet, she's not going to think, oh, Dean Wicks is the obvious one. She's going to fucking think Nish is the obvious one. So technically, I would say that Dean is not the obvious one if you're a casual.
Yes.
But if you're a casual, it is obviously...
Taking it from how much they've actually mentioned this year, he was mentioned once in February. Like, that's all he's been mentioned the entire time. So yeah, entirely true. And I do agree that... I also think it's the angle that just because it's the obvious answer doesn't mean it's always the worst. Like, doesn't mean that by default it's wrong. It's just sometimes the obvious answer is the right answer. So...
Unless you're going to pull like a fucking a hair out of your arse, then it's going to be like Reese Caldwell.
Yeah, like we don't need. If you're a good writer, you don't need to swerve to make things interesting. You just tell the story.
Ash, please don't mention the word swerve. I obviously think of Vince Russo. Please, please.
But you know, that's the entire thing. Like ultimately, if you just write it well, it'll probably be well received. Simply saying. But Barry Evans says, but my money's on Keanu. Keanu's not a bad person. He's a nice guy. He's never been a villain. Karen is leaving and they're giving him and her this villainous plot of conning Sharon. She's getting married on Christmas Day. Spoilers! Bit too late for that one. As set photos confirm that Keanu's the groom. She'll obviously find out about the plot on Christmas Day, her wedding date. Maybe she finds out before they get married and humiliates Keanu in front of everyone and tells him that he's never seeing his son again. Maybe Keanu gets drunk, maybe even takes some drugs, stumbles into the Vic after hours where it's all the woman alone. He turns violent due to being intoxicated and distraught and attacking Sharon, and someone hits him with the vase. There you go. I like it. That's
I
interesting.
actually would go with that.
I mean, I'm 90% sure you said this on one of our videos a while
I
ago.
did.
I'm
I
like 90% sure.
I did. Because I think, and see, as much as I like to lick my own arse and smell it, unlike you, I can admit flaws in my theory. Because to me,
what's happening?
nothing. So like, just, but my problem is if it's gonna be Keanu, then obviously he would have been killed off last year. Now, honestly, I'm just a mentalist. Let's be honest. But to me, the obvious person who would kill him is Phil.
Yes.
Because it's fucking Phil Mitchell.
They've had
He
this
always wants
long-standing
Keanu.
feud.
Yeah. It's like, but I would love if it was Keanu because, imagine him. Sharon, you fucking, let me see my boy. Sit down, child. And then fucking George Knight just comes in, picks him up like he's nothing, and just.
I also like how people think that it's the vase. Obviously, you know how Avani has been carrying around like this weird, like multicolored vase that's there.
Mhm.
People think that vase is going to mean something, because there's been a bit of focus on it.
It's just a phase.
I mean, I could see. Nice. I could just see it being. I could see it being the thing that kills Nish or something. You know. But
obviously,
yeah, that's an interesting point.
Obviously, like again, Keanu would be my like. If I had to pick a surprise one, it would be Keanu. But like obviously, it's just would they want?
They've already had the option to kill him off multiple times and haven't. They clearly like the character and they clearly want to keep him. It's just if it is Keanu, you really need to ramp up what he's doing, and I don't know if he's capable of doing it. I'll be honest.
I need Kid Keanu describing how he'd kill them.
I'm not dying. It's like you have a choice. Like I can't like I want to like Keanu. I want to enjoy his character, but he's just a child, so I can't. Someone says any more on that or?
Yeah, just like it's hard because you'll need to like make him a villain within the span of 12 hours. Well, 12 hours because if you're doing the entire plot where he gets drunk on Christmas Day, he gets violent in the fic, you have to have somehow him be an asshole build up within the not even 2 months, a month when this comes out, it'll be a month. So
I do think a lot of characters will become. I think a lot of the men on the square will become fairly villainous. Over Christmas, just to fit the theme of the year. Obviously, the theme of the year being to all the men who have hurt us. Like,
guys, I think it's Martin. I think Martin's going to be the killer.
Like, obviously, like Jack's gonna cheat on Denise. Well, maybe not that so much so, but he's gonna cheat on Denise. Come on now. He's gonna cheat on Denise. You know, Nish is obviously wanting to pump Priya, but also with Suki and abusing her. Like, Theo obviously tried to rape Stacey, and he's gonna make her life hell. Like a lot of the male characters are probably gonna become like Keanu's trying to fuck over Sharon. Rocky's gonna either die now or like fucking like put Kathy into even more financial strain. Like all of the men connected are gonna be assholes over this Christmas season.
When does this come out? Does this come out this week or next week?
Who knows?
Because if this comes out next week, obviously we've seen the fact that Albie has been kidnapped. So maybe Keanu's involved with that.
Yes.
We don't know, of course. We haven't seen the episode. I've just read the spoilers, so I'm a snacky asshole. Hey! Oh, jeez, that coffee's repeating on me. But yeah, we can move on now. Sorry for stalling for like 20 minutes.
It's an interesting stall. It's an interesting stall. These are what the Reddit videos are for. Someone says, my wife suspected Bobby Beale. I was like, no fucking way. She wishes she'd put money on it. Yeah, fair play. Someone says I was
Hey.
the same, mate. Like that, these people have clearly been hanging up. Like, please give me a reason to say I knew it was Bobby, please, guys, I got it right. It's been 8 years, 9 years now. Get over it. No, to be fair though, if I got it right, I would be a snarky twat. So, well, just you wait till Christmas happens. Someone says, good theory, but Sharon didn't have any marks of her looking like she'd been attacked. However, Linda did. It looked like she'd been hit in the face. Interesting. Someone says she doesn't need any visible marks. She's wearing a full wedding dress. I didn't say he hit her. He probably lunged at her or tried to choke her or something. And if Linda does have visible marks, that's probably a red herring, as it's something that happened earlier. Yeah, I don't have much to do with that. Fair enough. It's just someone defending their theory. Linda might leap to Sharon's defense. Yeah.
I just think that was a mistake. I don't think that Linda on the show will have a busted lip. I think the actress
I
just had
think
a busted.
No, she definitely will.
I thought it was just a mistake that they had.
No. There's Linda will be attacked somehow. Like Chris Clenshaw's pretty fucking. He knows what he's doing.
Fair enough.
So it's not. There's no way she's just got a busted lip and she's like, oh fucking hell, here we go. Like, it's there for a reason. Someone says, I suspect the same as you. So I think the kill's unexpected. I'm thinking maybe Whitney. Maybe she tries to protect Sharon, ties him with her exit. I don't know why Whitney would be involved. She's very far removed from a lot of it. Someone says, I think it's Ian, but they've deleted their account, so clearly weren't ready to stand on this fucking pedestal. Barry goes, no chance. Cheers, Barry.
Thanks, Barry. You're gonna do it anyway.
What makes you think that? I'm going off of Kathy saying something like, if you carry on like this, there'll be murder before Christmas, and the fact that the actor wants to leave after Bobby Bill, I think it would be a complete curveball. And then good old Barry once again says, Ian Beale's been on E since the day it started. He recently left for 2 years, but still came back in the end. He does not want to leave. He's only just come back. They literally brought Cindy Beale back from the dead to re-establish Ian Beale on the square.
Barry, calm down with all that heat.
Well, to be fair, they did block him. But yes, Ian's back for good. Let's be real. He's back for good.
Wait, they blocked Barry?
Nah, yeah, they blocked Barry.
Why? He quite literally proved your point, and you went, no, Barry, you're
Stop
wrong.
It.
Like, it was that Keanu's account, no.
Yes. So, next up, someone says, it's got to be someone who's been there the entire time. No returning faces, so that's just bad writing. Alright, lads, come on now. Be reasonable before you start critiquing bad writing. The theme of the lock-in was men getting what they deserve, so it has to be a man who's done something wrong. Yes. In my opinion, that leaves Theo, Nish, Phil, Ravi, and Keanu. Theo doesn't feel like a regular enough cast member for it. Nish likely has way more to do as a character. Phil doesn't seem too bad of a person these days, not evil. And Ravi's trying his best and seems like he might go on a redemption arc. And Keanu has the drama going into Christmas, so they think Keanu's the most likely. Phil could give him the cufflinks as a peace offering. Interesting. Or the whole deserve angle is a red herring and the victim is an innocent man caught between the six's own frustration with other men and is simply at the wrong place at the wrong time, which might be more interesting than a simple good woman kill a bad man story, but I don't know, maybe that's too complex. But mate, they're sniffing their own shits and they're saying it smells good. Like,
I do.
Sorry.
I would like if that was the swerve. It's just a swerve, bro.
Yeah, but imagine if it's like Minty's back on the square and he suddenly walks into the Vic and he gets fucking glassed and it's like, no, why is the tragedy? Like,
yeah, no, not Mick, but like just an innocent fella gets caught between them. I would like that idea, but obviously they're going.
It is an interesting idea. I do agree. But also, I think, I don't know, I personally feel like this person is just hanging on a bit too much by saying it needs to be someone who's been here all along. Doesn't. Shit develops a lot in a month of a soap is like a year in real life for most people. Like, we're ramping up quickly towards Christmas, so like everybody's in the crossfire. So I just think that, yeah. Someone says, really fits together. All 6 women are mothers once they found out what Keanu's done to Sharon. They gotta be fuming, particularly Linda, Sharon's best friend. Good man who turned bad. A feeling it's Whitney the killer. She sees what he's done to Sharon. Maybe she might be the secret 7th. I thought it'd be Bernie, but I'm thinking it's Whitney. She walks in. Fuck, mate, this person is trying to spell, but it's bad. Attacking Sharon and hurting Linda, sees red and kills him. I think to tie into her exit next year. I think she's going to go on the run like Zoe. Zack doesn't go because she wants to support Sharon. I don't know. I think it's a bit ham-fisted, really. I don't know how Whitney would get involved in such a way. Like, Whitney's been very separate from a lot of this stuff. The only way it would make sense if it were Whitney to do something would be if Mick suddenly came back and he's actually a massive piece of shit. Because, you know, obviously they have history, but I don't know about that. I don't think. Yeah, I just don't really think that's viable. So.
Well, let me dissect this. So you want Whitney to be the 7th woman.
Mm-hmm.
Even though the 7th woman is clearly Elaine.
Yes.
So how the fuck would Whitney even get into the lock-in? Unless she's somehow in the bog having a shit, like all you hear, like just fucking like let's just say Keanu, for instance.
She's drunk. She's just they've been denied the fostering again. Zack's like angry with her. They've split up. You know, maybe she just kind of walks out and sees Keanu doing something bad and just fucking stabs him or something.
Could you imagine, like, Keanu's like, "Get the fuck away from me, Sharon!" I hear the box just.
Well, mate, the fucking your microphone didn't want any of that. It was a fart noise. A fart noise. It's a shit joke, literally. Excuse me. Someone says, why Max? But okay, I think, or rather hope, that it's Nish. Why Nish? They haven't done enough with this character yet. It would turn out to be a massive waste.
No, I wouldn't.
I think it's an interesting angle. I agree. I hate Nish's character for obvious reasons, but he's so interesting to watch. The actor plays him well. Agreed. And valuable in the Panasonic story. It'd definitely be a waste to kill off so soon. Yeah, but I think Nish dies before Christmas. Like, I don't think he makes it past Christmas. Or this is like the spring storyline. But I don't think that Nish makes it to Christmas. Like, he's going to start dicking everybody over. Like, the second that Suki, like, reveals that she's been having an affair with Eve, like, he's going to start going on the fucking warpath, right? So I don't think he makes it past Christmas.
Could you imagine, like, he finds out, like, that Suki is now a lesbian, and he's just like, ah, well, extra woman, extra shag.
Well, it turns out I like men anyways. Ben Mitchell, come here.
Phil Mitchell, come here, you bollocks. Lay Queen.
I do agree, though. I do think there's a lot more mileage that you could get out with Nish, and it's just, it has to be in these circumstances, because otherwise, like, you know, he's not really, he is, in his eyes, Suki is his soulmate, and they should never be separated. So the second they do get separated, shit's about to go down. But yeah, someone says, still going for Ian, major character as promised and hardly anyone expecting it. I agree, maybe he's come back to be killed off. I don't think it's Ian. Ian, like, you don't bring back Cindy from the dead to revive the Ian Beale character. Re-establish the Beale and pretty much the Beale Fowler family from original EastEnders with the Knights in place of the Fowlers. You don't fucking do that and then Like, come on. You like, it's like me rolling a fucking massive roll of cheese up a hill. And then up the top I go, well, that was fun. Oh, hey! Straight back down. It's like, what's the point in that, lads? Good old cheese run. Get sprinting down that hill. Cindy's business partner is Den Watts, recast. He survived being whacked over the head by Chrissy, but he's been a comatose state for years. He wanders into the Vic, waving divorce papers in the air and babbling incoherently. Sharon, in a fit of rage that Den is not a dad or something, smacks him with a picture of Lola that sits at the bar. He's probably for real this time. He's probably dead for real this time. Maybe. Nice one.
That was my alt account.
Yeah, one of them. Can't see this. When he died, his body was hidden for ages. Oh, fuck's it. Sorry, I need to do it in the idiot voice. Can't see this. When he died, his body was hidden for ages. He couldn't be alive. And Chrissy went to jail for murder. Fuck's sake.
Why do you have
Fucking
to
Reddit
ruin
people. It? That's the joke. That's the... angry. Someone says I think it's Dean. Someone says I think it's Keanu. Someone says it's so hard to predict it this time and mind changes all the time. I don't think it'll be Nish as he's got character potential. Sharon didn't seem shocked if it was Keanu. I don't want it to be Dean if he returns, as seems pointless. It's going to be completely random, isn't it?
Again,
I don't think so.
It's going to be Den Watts.
I think this is very much so, like, I think it's very... Yeah, but everybody's saying that there could be a swerve. Like, I could see Zack dying for some reason. Like, I don't know. It's just everybody's saying it's going to be a swerve, so I'm just like, just protect the ego. I have to predict him at least once. All of the men on the square are going to die at some point. There we are. I got it right. Like, maybe Sharon finds out what Keanu's done and has fallen out of love with him. Yeah, maybe. I'll be disappointed if it's Keanu. The whole Keanu thing has been a yawn from the beginning. I don't have any solid theories, but I'm expecting to be a legacy character who dies. And for them to hype it up 10 months in advance and put much effort in the details, it has to be someone big. Yeah, fair enough. I don't see it being Ian, though.
I said this, and no one listened to me. There has to be a big character that no one is suspecting, and no one listened to me. But this one Reddit guy listened to me, and it has to be a big character. Yes. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you.
Someone says it's going to be Zack. That would make sense with Whitney leaving. I can't see the pair of them breaking up anytime soon. But if he died at Christmas, it would be understandable for Whitney to want a fresh start. I hope not, though, because I do want Whitney to at least have an happy ending. She's been through enough already. Very true. Yeah, I hope Whitney just leaves with like a foster kid and she's having a great time. And, you know, next time we see her with a family. Just everybody's happy. And, you know, not in like 2 years. Give it like a solid 5 to 10 years with no Whitney. And then she comes back with a full family, brings back Tiffany, brings back fucking Ricky as well, because why not? Let Janine get in there as well. Just bring them all back. But not yet, so. Although I get Ricky back at some point soon, because I miss him. He doesn't return my calls anymore. Doesn't help I shout Ricky at him. I'm an actor, fuck's sake. Ricky!
Sit down.
I still think it's Nish, but now I'm thinking of possibly Dean. I think it should be a character that's been there for a while and not someone who's been away, comes back. All the build up, it must be a big character. Stop acting like... Look, I get that Dean's not that big a character, and that's fine. I'm fully aware. I didn't even watch much Dean back in the day. I don't really know Dean much. But he's a big enough character and has affected enough people. He's connected to Shirley. He's connected to Mick. He's connected to Linda. He's like tangentially connected to Denise. Like, he's got roots in the square. He's not just been like... It's not like they're bringing back Hayley Slater, who was there for a year and then fucked off. Like, the character's been around on the square for a good time and is connected to a lot of people. Like, he is a legacy character type deal. You know, he is. It's key point. Like, that's why we are going to do a video on Dean as a character, like who he is, because simply a lot of people just don't know who he is, and I think once having the context put there, people would maybe go, okay, so he is a big character. Yes, he is. Someone says Martin, but I wish it could be Nish. It's more likely to be Nish than Martin, big fella. Like. Why is Martin in the fucking crosshairs?
Who was the guy who did the original video on Martin?
I think his YouTube name's Jonathan Ross.
Jonathan Ross, is this your alt account? Stop bringing up Martin. It's not going to be Martin. You're not going to get it. Okay, Jonathan?
It's not Martin. He pops out of the cellar, says, "Hello, princess," and then drops dead. Everyone in the scene is standing around. What the hell just happened? Banger. Great things.
He pops
out the shadows, has a heart attack again. Oh, he's dead. What do we do?
Right, here's the main question. Do you get a fucking Leslie Grantham fucking like mask for him? Or do you get a hologram of him? So he's like a hologram, so he's not real, but he's a hologram. So he's like, ooh, princess. Ooh.
Someone says it'll be Keanu, and that's why Karen leaves, because she blames herself for making him get revenge on Shazza, and now she's lost 3 kids. I think Karen leaves because the whole Albie kidnapping thing, and she gets the blame. And there's not too much else. Someone says Mitch. Not sure why. Someone says Dean Wicks. And then someone says, maybe predict someone who's actually been in the show. My bet's Keanu. Downvoted, because he's being a bell end. Why don't you bet someone who's actually in the show, guys? Because it doesn't need to be someone already in the show. If they brought back Shirley and she dies at Christmas, people aren't going to be bitching because she wasn't there for 10 months. They're going to be like, whoa, what the fuck? You know? Like, it doesn't... Because these people are going to be like, wow, Dean's back. It's so predictable now, guys. It's so predictable. Like, this is what you want. This is what you've been predicting the whole time. This has been the whole year. It's been a fucking exercise on predicting who's going to die. And people are genuinely going to be like, we're just taking the fun out of it now. Just grow up. You can't enjoy something if it's right there. You get given an ice cream sundae and you're looking like, where's the cherry on top? What? So we don't have any fucking cherries. Just eat the fucking ice cream. You don't need the cherry to eat the ice cream. It's not a rite of passage. You fucking dickhead. Just... Do we not have some belief in the writers after this absolutely incredible year of EastEnders we've had? Like, the show's in a fantastic place. It's been amazing all year. I don't... It's just too goddamn predictable, guys. Who cares? If it's good, it just winds me up. But there we are. Those were your Christmas death predictions, not yours. The thoughts of the r/EastEnders subreddit with a bit of spice at the end. As fuck's sake, just grow up. We're watching a fucking entertainment product. It's not fucking Dominic Treadwell Collins. It's Chris Clenshaw. We're getting an absolute fucking banger of a storyline.
It's not Fast and Furious, guys, where fucking Dom Toretto can't die.
Exactly.
Because it's written into his contract. And I'm not making that up. That's actually true. Dwayne and... I think it's Dwayne, Finn, and Jason Statham all can't die or get hit badly because they want to make the character look good. Yes. Jason Statham, I understand. Dwayne, not so much. Like, yes, is he big and muscly? Yeah, but he's probably on steroids. And Vin Diesel is just Vin Diesel. So yeah. Follow us.
Yeah, follow us on the social medias. It's usually Piggy's job. I'm going to steal it for this one. Follow us on Twitter/X at Watching Walford, Instagram at Watching Walford. If you're going to go see our wrestling channel that we do, it's called One More Match 182. We review WWE, ECW, and some story arcs whenever we get the time. I've been streaming on my Twitch channel over at Aqua Dreams. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it's at Real Aqua Dreams. Is that all the plugs done? Otherwise, make sure to like the video, subscribe, comment, tell us what you think in the comment section down below. Share it with your friends or enemies. I have been Ash from Watching Walford, and I've been joined by Piggy.
I've been Dan Watt from Watching Walford, and just know that I didn't know she was catfishing me, guys. Didn't know that. We all get catfished, guys. So
I've been catfished before. It's easy.
So, I'm sorry, guys. I've been catfished. Yeah, I've been Den Watts or Leslie Grantham. I don't know why I called him Les Dennis. Fucking famous Les Dennis on EastEnders. Who could forget? But yeah, if you like nonsense, just follow us on our socials, and just remember that Den Watts is not dead. He might come back a third time.
Exactly.
And also, he did have an interaction with Peggy Mitchell. Even though he was a ghost. He did have an interaction.
But yes, thank you for watching. Join us in the next one. Bye-bye.